So I got this cool knife blade from the Renaissance Fair. It's some kind of pattern-welded steel, what many people call Damascus steel. All it needs is a handle. I catted the blade and designed a crossguard, which I'll cast in bronze. The crossguard is printed out in PLA with a support piece. There's a slot in the middle of the crossguard, which will slip over the tang of the knife, the part of the blade piece that sticks into the handle. The guard and support piece are packed in layers of Petrobond sand to build up the top half of the mold. The crossguard is oriented vertically, so the sand can fill the slot for the tang. The mold is then flipped and the support piece removed. The sides of the support piece are sloped so that the two halves of the mold will separate cleanly. A layer of talcum powder is brushed over the first half of the mold. Then, more sand is packed down to build up the second half of the mold. Before casting, the two halves of the mold are separated, so the plastic inlet sprue and the positive of the crossguard can be removed. The sand inside the tang slot broke off the mold. This means the molten brass will fill the entire space, so the tang slot will need to be drilled out of the final brass version. The brass will be melted in a charcoal foundry powered by a hair dryer. The two halves of the mold are separated to reveal the crossguard. The guard is cut away from the inlet sprue with an angle grinder. The tang slot is lubed up and drilled out. The hole is enlarged with a file until the tang slips cleanly inside. Finally, the crossguard is sanded until smooth, working up from 400 grit to 2000 grit sandpaper. The handle grip will be made from Padauk wood, chosen for its aesthetically pleasing orange color. The two halves of the grip are roughly cut out on the scroll saw. A pocket for the tang is milled into the grip halves using a router. The two halves are then glued together to make a single piece with a central cavity for the tang. The profile of the grip is refined with chamfering cuts on the scroll saw, followed by aggressive sanding. Once the grip fits comfortably in the hand, its surface is sanded up to 400 grit until smooth. The wood is then sealed with a sprayed-on layer of shellac. Finally, the blade, crossguard, and grip are bonded together with a slathering of JB Weld epoxy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Or don't, I am not a beggar.